And welcome to The Factor Uncensored, and thanks for joining us tonight. Health and medical officials know it's an uphill battle for some Americans when it comes to getting the COVID-19 vaccine. 35% of the people who took part in the survey that appeared in the Journal of American Medicine say they're hesitant to take the vaccine. But what happens when a child gets too much of the medication designed to protect us? One Houston family says that happened to them last week, and now they want answers. They recorded a conversation with a store employee at the HEB pharmacy here in Houston where they say it happened. Take a listen.
So my biggest, I'm not trying to dismiss the fact that an error was made that was our fault. But I also understand that we're being recorded, and I feel a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a lot of questions.
There's nothing. You don't have any. Okay. So here's the thing. The reason why you're being recorded is because you stated that you don't have anything written to give me. So the reason why that I'm recording you is because I need to have it that you all take full-on ownership, correct, of the error that was made.
Now, there's a lot of layers to this investigation. Let's get right to it. India Swain, Dr. Derek Carroll, and attorney Audia Jones join us here on The Factor Uncensored. First of all, as parents, tell us what happened. You went to HEB pharmacy to get a vaccine for your child.
Yes, I took my 5-year-old daughter, Grayson, to HEB to receive her COVID-19 booster in order to keep her safe because she is in school. My sister Mila joined us, and so we were going to get them vaccinated just to keep them safe. We got the vaccine, and what we thought was going to be routine turned out to not be routine. About 2 hours after they received the vaccine, we got a phone call from the pharmacist stating that they had been given the wrong dosage and the wrong vaccine.
Now, when you got your children home, Dr. Carroll,
yes, sir,
were there any signs, did they show any signs that they were abnormal after getting the vaccine?
Immediately. Isaiah, my daughter and my granddaughter, who's Grayson, they're normally really hyperactive kids. They're rambunctious like any children are, but immediately within less than a few minutes of getting them home, Grayson became lethargic. Mila became really slowful, lethargic. They started complaining immediately of headache, some nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and it was just so abnormal. And even now, up to this date, they're still complaining of the same things: decreased appetite, no smell, no taste, rash, and the list just continues to go on and on. Night sweats, they wake up in pain, backaches, just the list goes on and on.
Mm-hmm. And so recently we chatted with a doctor just because we knew we were preparing for this story, and they said there was no proven cases or cases in the past where someone received a vaccine or an overdose of a vaccine and they lost their smell and their taste. Mm-hmm. Do you think this is an anomaly? Do you think your kids may have had COVID already? Is that a possibility?
It's not an anomaly simply because there's no written record of the overdose of the COVID-19 dose for the children, simply because the protocol.
And I'm sorry, we're saying overdose. It's an adult dosage.
It's an adult dosage
compared to a child's dosage.
Absolutely.
Big difference.
Go Absolutely.
Ahead. Go ahead, doctor.
Okay. So there's nothing written showing any side effects or any adverse effects, simply because when the protocol is given, it's supposed to be followed to the T. Mm-hmm. And at the top are bold printed letters as to what to do and what not to do, how to start, how not to start. And so all of the research that has been done as it relates to pediatric dosages was done so that none of this could occur. Mm-hmm. And so there's no written documentation because the protocol is supposed to be followed the way it's written. Mm-hmm. And so it's difficult to come up with adverse effects, side effects, so on and so forth, because of the immense research that has been put into it. And so once the medication is dispensed to the doctor's offices, the pharmacist, the healthcare provider is supposed to follow it just like it's been given to them. And so that's the reason that that particular physician that you spoke with could not find anything, mm-hmm. because after all the research has been done, everybody's supposed to do it exactly the way the protocol has been set.
And Audia Jones, one of the issues that you have or had or continue to have as an attorney is whether or not protocols were followed by the student tech who administered the shot. Now, we know techs can administer COVID shots.
Correct.
But they're still under the supervision
Correct.
of a pharmacist.
Correct.
And I talked with a pharmacist tonight, and she actually said you would have to make sure that dosage is correct,
Yes.
whether it's a first-year tech, a third-year tech, or a graduating tech. So it's ultimately the responsibility of the tech. So your concern is not so much that a tech did it, but it was done wrong.
Correct. Correct, Isaiah. So that's very much it. We have an instance where the parents took their children in to get a COVID vaccine, and in violation of the federal statute, which is PrEP, the Public Readiness and Emergency Preparedness Act. We know that the pharmacy student was unsupervised at the time that he injected both of the little girls, the 5-year-old and the 7-year-old. The requirement by the statute, and what I believe is probably going to be the protocol of HEB, is that a supervising pharmacist is actually there, present, and within a certain reach of where that pharmacy student can reach out to that pharmacist.
Do we know if the pharmacist was not at the shop totally?
We know that the pharmacist was not at the shop at all. She was not able to be reached by that pharmacy student. We don't know if he had the proper protocol and training. We believe he didn't, because if you look at the vial of the children's dosage, it says very clearly, do not administer without diluting. On the box.
And there are certain color codes.
Correct, the orange.
Purple, yellow,
Correct.
orange, all of those colors
Correct.
designated for certain COVID shots.
Absolutely, and the dose that the little girls were supposed to get was 10 micrograms. What they actually received was 28 micrograms. So they received 18 micrograms more than their little bodies can handle. And it wasn't until June of this year when the federal government allowed children 5 years of age, 6 months to 5 years of age, to receive the COVID vaccine. So this is a very small amount of time that any type of research was done, studies were done, and this is an unfounded, uncharted territory where we have 2 young children that were given an actual dosage well over the amount that their little bodies can handle.
And Audio, what's your next step? Lawsuit? What?
Absolutely. So we've been reaching out to the attorneys for HEB. They lawyered up very quickly. We will ask the public to remember where you put your money is where you give your power. If HEB does not apologize and move forward to resolve this issue very quickly, the parents were very quickly dismissed, treated very callously. There was no type of responsibility that was taken on behalf of HEB. And so absolutely a lawsuit. We will move forward to attempt to resolve this. And if we don't get the resolution and the answers that we need, then we will ask the public to stop spending your money at HEB.
Now, doctor, really quick, before we go, it's important because we always encourage people to get vaccines.
Absolutely.
You're not saying don't get vaccinated. What you're saying is do it right.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Isaiah, because even in my own home, from my medical experience, I've always advocated vaccination because that's how we stay safe. All I'm saying is what you just said. If you're going to administer the vaccination, whether you be a healthcare in your own personal practice or with some type of institution, make sure you just follow the proper protocol so that people won't end up at the point we are right now.
Right.
Absolutely.
So still, as we say here on The Factor, get your vaccinations, but do it right.
Absolutely.
And of course, we talked with HEB, or at least reached out to them for a statement, and they said, we have a statement from Lisa Helfman Sr., HEB's Senior Director of Public Affairs in Houston. It reads, quote, HEB is committed to providing a safe environment for our customers and partners, including employees. This matter is currently under investigation, and we cannot provide you with any further details at this time. We want to thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored.